My name is Maureen Henry. I live in Phoenix, Arizona, but I was born in Boston, Massachusetts. My father was Francis Joseph Gleason, and his parents were Mary O'Connor and Joseph Gleason. The first few years of my life were in Boston, and then my parents were married shortly after World War II. And then they moved to Denver, my mother's hometown, 4 or 5 years later, and that's where I grew up. We lived in the inner city of Denver, and I went to a Catholic school, St. Elizabeth's Elementary and St. Joseph's. And it was primarily, it was a neighborhood of immigrants, although not Irish immigrants. We were among the few. It was actually people from Eastern Europe, and my mother's father was from Estonia. He built the house I grew up in, but we did attend Catholic school for elementary and high school, and then I joined the Air Force when I was 18. Served 20 years, and I'm in Phoenix because I came here to go to Arizona State University to law school. And I practiced law for 25 years, and now I'm retired and volunteering at the Irish Cultural Center in Phoenix, which is the best job I ever had. I love it here, and I love connecting with the Irish community. My grandparents came late in the 19th century, so they did not experience a famine, which is what we're commemorating here today. They did not have a personal connection with it. But I grew up listening to traditional Irish music and Irish American music, and of course knew something of the history of Ireland, and have developed quite an interest in that topic as well. And I was telling somebody earlier about how we celebrated St. Patrick's Day. We would get up early, and we would go to, it was then Holy Ghost Cathedral, and go to Mass. And then my father would take us to the Irish pub. We would have an enormous Irish breakfast, and he would drink green beer at 9 o'clock in the morning or whatever it was, and then my mother would take the 4 of us home, and that'd be the last we'd see of my father until well after midnight. But he always enjoyed St. Patrick's Day, and that was always a big holiday in our household. And I've been to Ireland twice, and I love it. And I wish I could have a second home there.